Unfortunately, all of our rooms have suddenly filled up in the time it took us to walk from the front desk to this room, which was about 2 minutes," said the innkeeper, unlocking the door and pushing it open. My breath caught in my throat. All we had left was this one very large room with one very large bed covered in rose petals and lit by only one very small candle. I hope that's okay for you, Mr. and Mrs. Schmidt. I opened my mouth in protest, but was cut off as Cornucopia placed his large hands on my tiny, fragile shoulders, pushing me into the room. His large hands. Wait, no, I was in love with his brother, and I hated him. That's perfectly fine. This suits our tastes, he said, closing the door behind him. I was seething, spinning my petite body around like a drunken ballerina and pushing against his hard chest. What the hell, Cornucopia? I'm not staying here with you, and I'm definitely not sleeping in that bed with you either. Corny threw himself onto the large bed, picking up a melted pillow chocolate and lazily putting it into his mouth like a half-asleep toddler. Fine, sleep on the floor. But I don't bite being curd, unless of course you'd like me to. I would like him to. Wait, no, I couldn't think these things when his brother, my 300-year-old boyfriend with an anger problem that I refuse to notice because he's blonde, is being held captive by the Shallot Mafia. Fine, I said, getting into the bed. But don't you dare come near me. I could hear his raw egg laugh as he blew out the candles. As you wish, Princess. You are, of course, more than welcome to venture over to me in the middle of the night, though. How can you talk like that? John is your 800-year-old brother, and I'm his 16-year-old girlfriend with dead parents. Don't you feel like a dirty Band-Aid at the bottom of a pool when you say things like that? I felt the heat from his body against mine as he moved towards me, the smell of cigarettes and candy canes filling my senses as he whispered into my ear. No, I don't. My breath hitched as he continued. I've known my brother since we played solitaire in my mother's womb. I love him, but he's a fucking loser, he said, slowly wrapping a Nosferatu hand around my throat and trailing drooly kisses along my jaw like a little gnat. And you are so much more than him.